Since EA Sports screwed us over in the simming to the end of Madden 22 franchise mode video, today we're gonna simulate all the way to the year 2050 and see where the NFL stands 30 years down the road. In this video, we're gonna be able to see who's dominated the NFL in the past 30 years. We're not just gonna have to end the franchise. We're actually gonna be able to look at the record books, see what team won the Super Bowl each and every season. Was there any shockers? Did any late round draft picks from like this past draft end up having a Hall of Fame career? Today we find out thanks to science. Hopefully you guys do enjoy, and if you do, make sure to smash a huge thumbs up as always, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 1 million subs by the end of the year, so make sure to take that millisecond that it takes to click that subscription button if you have about 5 seconds for you, about freaking 30 minutes for me, because this stupid freaking game crashes every 5 seconds. I would like to give a massive shout out to DraftKings for partnering with the channel for today's video. DraftKings is the leader in daily fantasy sports, and they're putting you in the center of the action with a shot of millions of dollars in prizes every week of the football regular season. I've personally been using DraftKings for a while now, and let me tell you, it's so much fun. First step, you can download DraftKings by clicking my link in the description box below, and when signing up, if you use promo code RBT, you'll get a shot at millions of dollars worth of prizes with your first deposit. It's so simple on how you play over on DraftKings. You draft 9 players, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a tight end, 1 flex position, and a defense position. Each player listed has an assigned salary, and a valid lineup must not exceed the salary cap of $50,000. You rack up fantasy points for touchdowns, yards, field goals, and so much more. Get in on the action now, because if you draft the right team, maybe it'll be you crowned the next millionaire. And once again, guys, you can sign up to DraftKings by clicking my link in the description box below, and make sure you use promo code RBT when signing up so you can get your shot at millions of dollars worth of prizes with your first deposit. Once again, you can just click the link in the description box below and use code RBT when signing up. Once again, massive shout out to DraftKings for partnering with me on today's video. With that said, let's get into the rest of it. We've made it to the year 2050. It took me like 30 minutes to get here, but we finally made it. This is the final year in franchise mode. After we sim past the Super Bowl, it just completely craps out. So we need to see and check out who dominated the NFL in the past 30 years. But first things first, I just want to kind of see who's in the NFL right now. 30 years down the line, I mean, obviously Tom Brady's not going to be here. I mean, he'd be about 90 at this point. But it looks like my Tennessee Titans have been pretty solid. We're still making the playoffs. Hopefully won a Super Bowl or 2 in the past 30 years. If not, I'll be sad. Now, I do want to see if there's any relocated teams. Did any teams end up relocating? So the Falcons, Bengals, Bears all went 12-5. And the one thing I have noticed in these videos is like franchise mode is made and it's created to try to keep things balanced. So the more and more the CPU gets involved and the more you simulate and let the CPU control everything, it seems like there's no real dominant teams and there's no real stinkers. Like, you'll obviously have anomalies, like one year a team will do really good, goes 16-0, 15-1, or one team goes like 2-14. But for the most part, there's a lot more average records out there than what you'd see in a normal NFL season. A lot of teams going about 500, a few games under 500, a few games over 500. There's no real dominant teams. There's no real absolute stinkers. But I'm a little shocked. I thought we were going to at least see one new team, like see one team like had relocated in the past 30 years. I had that setting on, and it looks like nobody took advantage of it. I guess for the next 3 decades, Jags fans are okay with playing in front of like 20,000 fans every game. Now I want to see how many actual 99 overall players are in the league. So it looks like we don't have any 99s. We have Garrison McCoy leading the team. He's actually our team captain, 95 rated. If we head over to the NFL tab there, yep, there's a lot of freaking 99 rated. A lot of running backs. You have Marvin Felton. You have Dylan Leno. Why does he have Truz ability? There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 99 rated, which is normally more than what we get in a particular year. But it's not crazy. It's not like we have like 30, 40 99 rateds across the board. A lot of good players, and obviously at this point, there's no real players left. At this point, they're all auto-generated players that got drafted within the past by 10, 15 seasons. Now, I do want to see who's the oldest player remaining. We have 37 years of age, Nate Dodson. So he's the kind of guy I'm excited to go in and look at and see if he's like broke all kinds of records, because he's the only guy standing past the age of like 30-6. What a freaking legend, Nathan. Nathan had some good seasons, 5,300 yards passing. Don't quite know if that's good enough to break some career NFL records, but he has a shot. We'll see. Now, most importantly, Unfortunately, what I do want to go in and look at is the league history tab, see who's won every Super Bowl for the last 30 years. So 2021 first Super Bowl, goes to the Cowboys, 42-21, absolutely annihilating the Chiefs here. That means the Chiefs have lost 2 consecutive Super Bowls, and I'm curious to see if we still have the freaking Super Bowl MVPs end up being defensive players every single season. It seems like it's a glitch and it's just stupid. But hey, first Super Bowl MVP is freaking Leighton Vander Esch. Now, NFL MVP goes to Lamar Jackson. Mike McCarthy wins Coach of the Year. Lamar gets Offensive Player of the Year. Von Miller, bounce back season, got Defensive Player of the Year. You can't see my freaking head in the way. It's the only ones that would matter. But Trevor Lawrence does win Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's what Madden thinks. And you have Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah winning the Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Browns. Now, 2022, my Titans. No, it's the Colts. The exact opposite. That sucks. Beating the 49ers, 35-14. Another defensive player winning Super Bowl MVP. I'm probably not even gonna list them out unless it's actually a quarterback. It's just stupid and apparently it's glitched. But of course, Pat Mahomes wins MVP. You have the off-brand Bill Belichick wins Coach of the Year. Pat Mahomes obviously wins Offensive Player of the Year. Khalil Mack does win Defensive Player of the Year 2023. You have the Ravens and Lamar Jackson finally getting it done, and he does actually win the Super Bowl MVP, which is really rare in these videos. Now, Cowboys for the second time in today's video made it to the Super Bowl, but didn't win it this time around. Zeke actually won NFL MVP 3 years down the line. Had Mike McCarthy win Coach of the Year and Myles Garrett win Defensive Player of the Year. 2024, the Chiefs made it back, but the Rams beat them this time around. Their freaking quarterback was Jordan Love, who actually won Super Bowl MVP. So the Chiefs are 0-for-3 so far today. You had Lamar win NFL MVP again. Urban Meyer wins Coach of the Year, and Aaron Donald wins Defensive Player of the Year. 2025, you have the Chiefs finally get it done. Their 4th freaking Super Bowl in today's video already. They beat the Bears. Patrick Mahomes wins Super Bowl MVP. You have Urban Meyer wins Coach of the Year. And you have, obviously, Patrick Mahomes win the NFL MVP. And you won Offensive Player of the Year. And you had Chase Young still on the football team in 2025 winning Defensive Player of the Year. Now, 2026, the Panthers and Sam Darnold is still with the organization. So is Matt Rule 6 years down the line. They win the Super Bowl over the Ravens. Sam Darnold, Super Bowl MVP. Pat Mahomes again wins NFL MVP. Wins Offensive Player of the Year. Nick Bosa still on the Niners, wins Defensive Player of the Year. Eventually, all these players that we see winning MVPs aren't going to be real, so we won't care. But 2027, the Chiefs again, bro, beats the Packers 28-21 in the 2027 season. Chris Jones wins Super Bowl MVP 7 years down the line. Now, Christian McCaffrey won NFL MVP. A lot of running backs I've noticed this season in Madden 22 are placing a lot more in the top 10 and actually winning MVPs. So that's cool. It's not just quarterbacks every time. Now, Urban Meyer again, Coach of the Year. DeForest Buckner, that's a new name, winning Defensive Player of the Year. 2028 goes to the Raiders over the Panthers. They're trying to win 2 out of 3, but they lost. The Raiders win 41-28. Joe Mixon won NFL MVP. And you had John Gruden win Coach of the Year. Nick Bosa again, Defensive Player of the Year. 2029, the Steelers get it done over the Bucks. I doubt Tom's still playing in 9 years, but who knows. Mike Tomlin wins Coach of the Year, so he's still coaching in 9 years. But DeForest Buckner wins Defensive Player of the Year for the 2nd time today, but now with the Panthers. Now, a new decade, 2030. We have 2 more decades to go. The Niners get it done, keep the Steelers from going back-to-back. Joe Burrow did win NFL MVP for the first time in his career. Rashawn Gary with the Packers still 10 years down the line, won a Defensive Player of the Year. 2031, the Niners actually went back-to-back. Let's go. Trey Lance is still the quarterback for the Niners at this point. 11 years down the line, he wins Super Bowl MVP. Lamar still winning the freaking MVP 11 years down the line. Nick Bosa, now back-to-back Super Bowl champions, getting another Defensive Player of the Year award. 2032, you have the Broncos over the Lions. Lions fans, apparently in 12 years, your misery will be over. I guess you'll still be kind of miserable because you lost the Super Bowl, but you get what I'm saying. Matt Nagy won Coach of the Year, and Brian Burns did win Defensive Player of the Year on the Panthers. The rest of the guys are just draftees. Now, 2033, the Cowboys get it done again. They beat the Ravens. Trey Lance still winning the NFL MVP award. 2034, the Niners for the 3rd time today. Trey Lance getting another MVP, another Super Bowl MVP at that. 21-point victory over the Dolphins. 2035, the Bills finally get it done. Doesn't look like Josh Allen is still their quarterback, but John Rhodes is a legend getting it done for you. Beat the Rams 25-20. I think that's the 2nd time they've lost today. Joe Judge on the Jags winning Coach of the Year. 2036, you have the Steelers beating the Bucks. I think it's the 3rd time, or maybe 2nd time the Steelers have won it today. 2037, there it is, a freaking game, bro. Looks like the Steelers have been the dominant team of the past, or at least the first 2 decades. Matt Nagy with the Bengals winning Coach of the Year. 2038, you have the Patriots finally getting their first post Tom Brady Super Bowl win over the Cowboys by 10. Matt LaFleur is with the Falcons now, winning Coach of the Year. Now 2039, the Jags get a massive W, the biggest win we've seen yet in a Super Bowl, 42-7. Sean McDermott, now the head coach of the Jags, winning Coach of the freaking Year. Now 2040, ooh, the Vikings get their first dub so far. There's the Nate Dotson fellow we were talking about. They got a Super Bowl win, 38-31. Arthur Smith on the Broncos now, winning Coach of the Year, 2041. Ooh, talk about the biggest Super Bowl win yet. The Jags gave it, now they received it, 48-6, thumping in the Super Bowl. Cardinals get their first of the day. Cliff Kingsbury, funny enough, that's actually ironic, wins Coach of the Year, but he's no longer on the Cardinals who won the Super Bowl. He's on the freaking Jags who lost by 42. Seems like the Jags have so many different coaches over the past freaking 3 decades. Now, Broncos get it done. The Cowboys have lost, but also won so many Super Bowls today. I think they've actually appeared the most. Somebody can fact check me in the comments. Now, 2043, the Vikings get it done. 38-35, Nathan's won his second Super Bowl. Now, in 2044, the Panthers get their second, I believe, today. 35-32 over the Chargers, who I think is the first time we've seen them in the Super Bowl today. Cliff does win Coach of the Year again with the Jags, but didn't actually appear this time and lose by 42. There he is. There he freaking is. Panthers actually going back-to-back, winning, I think, their third today. Brandon Staley, now coaching the football team, does win Coach of the Year. 2046, the Cowboys get it done for, like what, 4th time today? 34-28. Brian Gurley, head coach of the Patriots, win Coach of the Year. 2047, only a few more years ago, the Jets lose again. The Bears, I think, get their first up today by 14 points. Arthur Smith with another Coach of the Year. 2048, you have the Jets finally now getting it done. Big win over the Rams, who haven't won today, I don't think. 49-20. Now, final season, 2049, the Falcons finally get it done. They win themselves their first ever Super Bowl. Like, Falcons fans, I'm sorry, but at the same time, at least you're not a Titans fan, bro. We didn't win one the entire video. I mean, I guess we still have this final season, but I mean, if we haven't won one in 29 years, we might expect we're gonna freaking win one this year. Now, also big in these videos, we've got to see who's broke the records. Who is the greatest quarterback of all time according to Madden franchise? Oh, wow. Tom is still by far leading the career NFL record for passing yards by 10,000 yards over Patrick Mahomes. 94,000 yards. Bro, at that point, just play 2 more seasons to get 100K, bro. Mahomes in second, but Trey Lance had a great career. He comes in third. Trevor Lawrence, once again, had a really good career. You have Peyton Manning rounding out the top 10. So according to Madden 22, Tom's going to continue to be solid. Pat Mahomes, we all know, is going to have a good career. Trey Lance, though, they think it's going to be an absolute stud. As Trevor Lawrence, now passing touchdowns. Ooh, we actually had Mahomes top Brady here. Brady had 10,000 more passing yards, but Mahomes finished with 10 more touchdowns. Trey Lance in third, but quite far behind Brady. Now, Brady's obviously finished in 5th. Trevor Lawrence in 6th. You had actually Lamar Jackson coming in the top 10 with 534 career passing touchdowns. Now rushing yards, oh wow, Nicholas Chubb almost with 20,000 career rushing yards. Zeke behind him. A lot of new school guys. J.K. Dobbins finishes 3rd all time. Jonathan Taylor 4th all time. Emmitt Smith is one of the old school guys, like the only old school guy still in the top 10. I see Walter Payton down there. CMC finishes up there. James Robinson finishes with the Patriots in his career. That's a crazy top 10. And Josh Jacobs with the Cardinals. Now rushing touchdowns. J.K. Dobbins by far, bro. 210 total touchdowns in his career. That is crazy. Have Josh Jacobs up there. Zeke, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Nick Chubb, Kamara, CMC, Emmitt Smith, Najee Harris, and Franklin. It's crazy. We've not seen Derrick Henry in any of these as well. So as a Titans fan, I am so sad, bro. Receiving yards. Jerry Rice was not topped by anybody but my boy. Speaking of the Titans, Julio Jones finishes 3rd all time in terms of receiving yards. Stephon Diggs in 4th. You had DeAndre Hopkins in 5th. Terrell Owens in 6th. Devontae up there finishes with the Jags in his career. Mike Evans, Randy Moss, Isaac Bruce. Now receiving touchdowns. Nobody topped Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, or Chris Carter, or Marvin Harrison, or what the heck? Why didn't we have any receiving touchdowns? Nobody finished in the top 10. That's weird. How do we have so many guys in terms of receiving yards in the top 10, but not receiving touchdowns? We have everybody pretty much in the top 10 for rushing is new school guys, but what the heck? Now, in terms of catches for a career, Juju Smith finishes with the Bengals, 4th all time. Travis Kelce up there, Stephon Diggs, You had Hopkins, Adams, defensive sacks. Nick Bosa breaks the record, 204 career total sacks. That's crazy, bro. Myles Garrett, 2 sacks behind him. That's gonna suck for him. Chase Young finished with 1 under 200. Aaron Donald with 183. Brian Burns had a crazy career. Now, defensive picks. Looks like we don't have any new school guys in the top 10. So, wow, it does seem like for the most part, these guys living today, playing today, they're the golden freaking generation. Bro, this guy for the Jets, what a career he's had. Bro, he's thrown for the top 4 most passing yards in a single season ever. And like 4 out of the past 6 seasons. He almost threw for 6,000 yards. What a freaking psychopath. Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady down there look freaking pathetic. I mean, I thought that was interesting. The kind of stuff that we didn't get to see in the what happened at the end of Madden 22 franchise mode video because EA Sports had a stinker. But still, interesting nonetheless. I gotta see, can we at least end off today's video with the Tennessee Titans Super Bowl? It would make me so happy. So freaking happy. No, we lost, and I think that's it. This is what happens specifically at the end of Madden franchise. It retires you. 77th of all time, kind of a stinker. Wish it was at least 69. If you got through that without falling asleep, make sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video if you haven't. If you want to watch more, you can click the screen to watch my previous video. The other one is a video YouTube thinks you would like. Make sure to check out all my other channels, link in the description box below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that jazz, and become a channel member if you haven't. Got a TikTok too. Just click subscribe and follow on all those accounts. Takes you 2 seconds.